choice. Rethink.
Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Rethink. Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Your life.
Rethink.
Your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink. Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Your life.
Your choice.
Rethink. Rethink. Rethink.
Your life, your choice. Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership.
Hello and welcome to Rethink, Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership. My name is Lisa Lang and I am your guest host for today, and I do have two special people here with me today. I'm really excited for today's edition because we are focusing on one of the priorities for Rethink, youth. And so with that, today we will feature our AmeriCorps member, Brenna Root, who serves as our youth coordinator, and she helps youth engage with what we're doing, and also Chris Wardlow of Theta Care Behavioral Health. So we're very lucky to have them both here today. Hi, Brenna Root.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, Brenna, we know you work as our youth coordinator. Tell us a little things about yourself, how you came to this position, and what you're working in.
Well, I have a background in community health education. I graduated in May from UW-La Crosse, and I started in September at the health department as the youth coordinator for Rethink. So a little bit about what I do there is working around the county to engage youth in prevention activities and health education. I coordinate FACT groups, and that is fighting against corporate tobacco. And the major thing that I'm working on is a social norms campaign called True Data.
Okay, awesome. And that's a lot. And we're really glad you're there because sometimes some of the things that we were doing, environmental strategies and policy development, it was just hard to find youth a place for them to fit, but we wanted them on our planning committees, so we're thrilled that you're with us. Tell us about True Dat. Where does that come from? What does that mean?
Well, True Data, it is a spin-off of the phrase True Dat.
Okay, so for our viewers who don't know what it means to say True Dat, could you use it how youth might use it so that we know what it sounds like?
Sure. So if I said to you, or if someone said to you, Lisa, I really like your sweater, I could say True Dat. So it's a statement to say I agree with you.
True Dat.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be true. This is a wool sweater. So.
Yes.
So very nice. So that's where it comes from. And who thought of that idea?
It's a students came up with the name for the campaign. So True Data is the social norms campaign.
Okay, and we see a picture of the logo here, and the A is in parens, so it's True Data, and they're referring to some data there. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Tell us about social norms campaign. A lot of our viewers, they're used to marketing campaigns or things to promote messages or services. What's a social norms campaign?
Well, the goal of social norms campaigns is to kind of correct people's thoughts about what they think, about how people think about their perceptions. So a lot of youth tend to think that everyone around them is trying drugs and alcohol or using drugs.
Okay.
So social norms campaigns started on college campuses, but they're now moving down into the high school and middle school levels to show students that not everyone is doing drugs and alcohol.
Awesome. I love the idea. It's strength-based. A lot of us really like that we're putting the light on the positive the kids are doing, not just always looking at what's the negatives. Well, let's buy urine analysis tests, or who's the problem? Let's get them to wrap around social services. So this is really just saying, hey, most of us aren't doing drugs and alcohol, and most youth aren't. And just as a parent, I like that message going out. I would imagine you're getting some positive feedback about that. Great. So one thing you said we want to correct the things that people think, which is kind of you're alluding to the assumption that what they're thinking is wrong. What data source proves that?
Every other year, the Oshkosh School District does a youth risk behavior survey that goes out to the students. Okay. So that's where True Data campaign is getting our statistics from, is the youth risk behavior survey. Okay.
So that youth risk behavior survey, known as the YRBS, it's done every other year, 6th through 12th graders. And actually, it's neat because Rethink contracted with CESA 6. And so through CESA 6's partnership with us, along with the schools, now we all do it at the same time, the same questions, the same kids are asked on one day, and we're creating that baseline data. And now we have some trend data, too, to let us know what kids are doing, and we can actually show kids and go back to them and saying, you're wrong. Everybody does not smoke, and we'll be curious to see how they are responding to that. Also, other schools have been really interested in it too. We're looking now at some of the posters that actually went out, and other schools have been interested in getting on board. Rethink has gifted and partnered with schools to give away $7,500 to 7 different high schools for some agreements that they have to do some of these projects. So we're really excited. Brenna, tell us a little bit more about what the campaign is actually going to exist of. And we see one poster here. Tell us, where's this going to go? Where will people see this?
Yep, the majority of the messages are going to be put out in the schools. So every month, a new true data point is put out. So they go up as banners and posters in the schools, and then they go over the PA announcements. Just lots of different ways to get the message out and get the message to students. Okay. And there's also different activities and things that go in the school year.
Okay. So when you said posters to the schools, in Oshkosh Area School District, how many schools are we talking? Who will see it in which different schools? Where it's just middle and high school, I know that.
Yep. All 5 middle schools,
okay.
And then the 2 high schools.
Okay, and they have posters like this. And here's one here about a shadow. And can you tell us a little bit about the origin of this poster and how you came to have this one?
Yeah, through a partnership with UW Oshkosh graphic arts students, they are creating all of the posters and banners that are going up in the schools. So we're very thankful for them to be designing these, and it's really awesome to have that partnership to be able to get their work up.
Yeah. It's a lot of neat ideas, and I know you said it came from college campus, but how did we get involved locally? How did you get some of these resources and know what to do?
Through a social norms conference, there was a couple health teachers and different staff that went to a conference and found out that Stevens Point Area School District did a social norms campaign that was very successful. So they were presenting at the conference, and these teachers saw it and thought it was a really great idea to bring back to Oshkosh. So that's how it all got started here. We went and had kind of a training with Stevens Point, so they showed us and shared resources through their campaign too.
Well, so far you've had great success, and I know that there's a lot of people on board with it. They presented to the school board, the Oshkosh School District, and that there was some support there on an administrative level. So it's just really good sometimes to talk about most aren't doing it. And with the work of Rethink and our community coalition, we want more and more, we want more numbers to go that way with more people staying away from drugs and alcohol. So we're really excited about that. Well, I guess last, we're interested in finding out, what do the kids think about it? Have you had an opportunity to hear from area youth on what they think about you telling them most aren't doing it?
Yeah, I've gone to a couple different places to get their opinions. Sometimes they agree and they think that it will work and prevent students from trying, and other students kind of have a different opinion, and some don't think that it's really the truth, so they're less apt to believe it.
And you're going to have those varying opinions with anything, but so in essence, is that your goal then? By efforts of these posters, you are hoping for what exactly? What are you hoping to happen?
Yeah, the whole goal of the campaign is to change youth perceptions and perceptions in the entire community. So it's always trying to change the way people think about things and always spinning it in the positive direction to say, you know, most Oshkosh students aren't smoking, or most Oshkosh students aren't drinking. And there's also a billboard campaign that is going up in Oshkosh. It's along Highway 41. So there's a billboard up.
Excellent.
And hopefully that will continue, billboards.
Excellent. And that billboard off of 41 will be viewed there for the remainder of spring. And it's referring to the 82%. 82% do not smoke cigarettes. That's great. That's a huge number. And that number is for Oshkosh area high schoolers, correct?
Right.
Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you for helping us cheer these kids on and keep them away from drugs and alcohol. And people always say, if it changes one child, then it's worth it. And I know that you're going to change a lot more than that. So thanks, Brenna. Let's go to the field show piece now, where Brenna Root went out to area high school students, and she talked to them about these social norm campaigns. Let's hear what they think of it and hear straight from them, our area youth.
We're clear.
Really fast.
It was really good.